several local area colleges. Today, however, I come before you in my capacity as a local community organizer, activist, and also president of Rise Up, which is a nonprofit grassroots think tank whose mission is to provide research services for communities of color. I am a student of the Black freedom struggle here in the United States, and today I come before you also as the standard bearer for the current generation of African Americans who are appreciative of the need to continue to struggle for the expansion of voting rights across the United States. Although New York State considers itself to be a bastion of liberalism, when we go back and look at New York history, we have to acknowledge that there has been ambivalence on the part of New York leaders to expand voting rights and protect and safeguard voting rights for African Americans. I have to tell the Commission that looking at both maps that have been proposed, I fear that you will perpetuate that kind of ambivalence and disregard. While you have rightfully encouraged people to specify problems with their districts, you also invited us to zoom out and to take a look at the entire congressional configuration. And, you know, I have to say respectfully, the districts as currently written do not seek to proportionately distribute power to each of the major racial ethnic groups here in New York State. Currently, statewide, the population of white New Yorkers is 54%. The population of 54 plus, the population of African Americans is 13.2. The population of Asian Americans Latino Americans is about 18% plus, and Asian Americans is about 9%. So what this means, everyone, is that, look, bottom line is, whites should proportionally get 14 districts. Black people should get 3.75 districts where they're the majority. Latinos over 4, Asians about 2. The current configuration offers African Americans majority control of 0 districts. And I want to say, if we put this into an historical perspective, 0. If you actually look at the proportion of African Americans in each of the districts as currently written, they comprise a majority in no districts. None. I would invite you to go and look at the numbers, because I see some disbelief on the face of commissioners. That represents a marked decline in the ability of African Americans to influence New York State politics. In congressional, the 112th Congress, African Americans actually had constituted the majority in 2 congressional districts. This is unacceptable. And you guys know better than us. The principles that are supposed to guide you in devising the districts, and I don't know how anyone could have come to the conclusion that these districts have been equitably drawn, and I encourage you to go back and start from scratch.
Thank you, Dr. Baskerville. Questions for Dr. Baskerville?
Did you read the districts? Did you look at them? The ones that were prepared by either side? Because there are more majority